everybody. Welcome to this special edition pregame show. I'm Barry Pintar, and I don't know about you, but when a good game is about to be played, I love a good pregame show about as much as I love the game itself. This pregame show usually consists of former players, coaches, and sports commentators sitting in a studio like this, talking about the game about to be played, the teams involved, the coach, and the strategy about to be played out. That's what's going to happen here. Let's break it down into those four parts for you. The game, the teams, the coach, and the strategy. First, we begin with the game. This is an amazing game, one that has literally been played all over the world. Sportspower International does much more than just play a game. It creates a first-class event and all the excitement that goes with it. Let's use this game event as a typical example of what happens here. This is Sportspower International in Belarus, a formerly heavily Soviet-occupied country. During a Sportspower trip, there is usually a big game like this one, and as you can see, this is it. Thousands packed out the country's largest arena, hyped up to see a display like many have never seen before. Yeah, that's me dancing around like a fool at this event. I emceed this particular Sportspower event, revving up the crowd for what's about to come.
All right, number 3.
But let's talk now about the important people who make up Sportspower International. Let's transition now to teams, or more specifically, the players. First, the Sportspower players. These guys come from all over the U.S., all players who have excelled in the game of basketball. Many are former NBA players. They know how to play and know how to play hard. The Sportspower International opposing team is typically the national team of whichever country Sportspower International is visiting. Many Sportspower players are multifaceted and multi-talented. In addition to the game of basketball, some have been handpicked because of their gift for inspiring and motivating. As you saw earlier, Sportspower International does much more than play a game. It creates an event. The halftime show during a Sportspower International event is nothing short of spectacular. The show changes to fit the needs of a particular venue. Typically, top basketball entertainers dazzle, many who also provide halftime entertainment at NBA shows. The entire event is specifically geared toward all these people you see in the stands. In some of the cities and countries Sportspower International visits, these people have dealt with untold hardship and are desperately seeking answers in their lives. That's where the gifted players and communicators come in. Players openly share their stories. Some of the players have had it all: fame, money, and amazing athletic ability, but also talk about some of the hard roads they've traveled in life. The presentations or talks officially happen during the halftime show, but truly are shared all during a Sportspower International trip. Arguably, the most important thing that happens during these halftime programs brings us to our next category, the coach. He is the founder of Sportspower International, and breaking new ground is nothing new to this guy. Bill Allison founded the NBA Chapel program. That's right, he founded the NBA Chapel program. Bill says that as he got involved in the NBA, he came to know some of the biggest names in the sport, and he learned that these guys, who the world often sees as supermen, often see themselves simply as Clark Kent. So he came alongside them, mentored them, and directed them to a life-changing message, the message of what Jesus Christ can do in a personal life. That message he shared countless times in the past, and he continues to share to thousands of people who flock to these events.
We want to encourage young people to make right choices in life. And with God's help to reach their full potential.
Even event sponsors and organizers are often stunned at the response of the crowd after they hear Bill and the players with their messages of Jesus Christ. Hundreds, often thousands, can respond at one event alone. But don't think this message begins and ends at the big Sportspower event. It is shared all during the trip. Bill makes sure this message is spread as much as possible during the entire Sportspower International trip. The team will almost always leave the big cities and go out into the rural, untouched areas to bring the same show and message to smaller towns. They often hold basketball camps during the day and will simply go out and meet the people. The mere size of many of the players attracts attention in itself. I specifically remember this outing when Bill and team went to an orphanage. Like always, the young faces were hungry for a message of hope, and they got it. Which brings us to our final point, the strategy. And the strategy is simple. Take the message of Jesus Christ into the world using the game of basketball and a professionally produced event to change lives. It is a strategy that Bill, wife Valerie, and the many who have stood behind Sportspower have perfected over the years. And though, as you see for yourself, it is profoundly successful, Bill himself remains a humble man, living a simple, humble life as a servant of the gospel.
We have 3 goals for being in Belarus.
У нас есть 3 цели для нашего приезда в Беларусь.
We want to help promote basketball in Belarus.
Мы хотим пропагандировать баскетбол в Беларуси.
We want to encourage young people.
Before a game is ever played or an event is ever put on, a lot has to happen. Players have to come forward, willing to use their talents, understanding that they have the rare opportunity to impact millions. Yes, millions in one event. This particular event, like most, was televised live all across the country. Finding countries to bring the program is easy. They often come seeking Bill, but many can't afford to fund the entire event. Whether it is the country itself or a small organization within the country providing the invitation, these incredible events need financial backing. But as you can see, the return on investment in kingdom terms is phenomenal. Support staff such as event coordinators, videographers, coaches, even MCs like me have to be willing to provide their expertise to keep allowing the events to be top shelf, grade A. As a matter of fact, Bill doesn't even know this program is being made right now. All of us here hope Bill can use this program to find people to come alongside of him. No doubt throughout the years, Bill could have signed on with a number of professional sports outlets, but instead, he chose this life. Decades of service to the gospel to change lives. I wonder which pregame show you are watching right now, right here. Plans are likely in the works right now to take Sportspower International to someplace on the globe, all for the sole purpose of changing millions of lives. I hope you'll join all of us here in providing your support for expertise. Thanks for watching, and now, let's play ball. Take care and God bless.